Hello everyone, this is Wojtek from WH, and this is our new YouTube channel. This is also our project with my good friend Pedro, which we started like in October. So you can follow our Twitter page. There are daily posts regarding like altcoins, BTC, Ethereum, even legacies. So definitely check it out. We have like week ahead every week, so that's that. And today we are going to have a look at ChainOpera, which is a pretty funny coin, I would say. You can see the metrics right here. So we are going to look at it from the order flow perspective and why is it a bit of scamish. And the first thing you can see is, the market cap is ridiculous, and FDD is like extremely ridiculous, right? So there is no justification of this project to be trading at, $3.6 billion, and this is almost $20 billion. So what's happening right here, right? So we can see that the main spot venue is Bidget and Gate.io. So these are two, like, legit legit exchanges, but like, these two exchanges listed this coin on spot, and the like it's almost half of the spot volumes comes from those two exchanges. And Binance, Bybit, and these two venues listed it on perps. So yeah, that's the neat part. But when we take a look at, just a second. Yes, ChainOpera holders. You can see that, there are top 10 wallets which control 90% of the supply. So the spot supply of this coin is ridiculously thin on the open market. So yeah, keep that in mind. So, we just looking at the basic stuff, nothing fancy, nothing new, and yeah, so we don't even care about the project in this case. We will use Velo.xyz. Definitely recommending this one. And we will take a look at this coin and also at the trades I have taken on this coin. So right now the coin is back at the ridiculous market cap as we discussed. You can see that, when I measure this, it's like 5,000% in what, like 12 days? What is this? I mean, what is happening? Like, why would Binance list this? Never mind. But yeah, from the order flow perspective, you can see that this is ridiculous. The open interest literally declining in 10 days. So the spot venue on Bidget and Gate.io, they control the spot supply, and like Bybit, Binance, perps are literally just a fuel for this. Because every trader knows this is eventually going to zero, right? But that's the neat part. Yeah, they just using the perps as a fuel. There's a notation, and yeah. So here we are. There are ridiculous parts like, where shorts are going crazy. There is a funding every hour. They pay 2%. You can see those spikes. And yeah, there are some things when you like analyze those coins. It's pretty hard because it's like really scamish regarding the price action. It's literally just climbing up and eating the shorts alive, and you're not really sure ever to hop on longing this, because you can get wrecked pretty fast. But the funny behavior I found out, when we had this huge sell-off, it's like almost 80% in a couple of days. And this is where the spot buyer came back, and you can see that we had a first spike and the first correction, 25%, and this is where the shorts were like caught off guard and start exiting. You know, Another spike in price, and was the last correction, another 25%. And also here it was like 23%. So every correction on this coin like 20% plus was bought off, you know. So I mean, this one looking really juicy, like but I'm not in trade, but just saying. And also, this was quite interesting because the funding you can see was flat during this another round of killing the shorts. And the last thing is right now we are getting back at the ridiculous funding session as we had here at the top, and also here at the first, there was literally a short squeeze. We will check that later on a trading view. So yeah, so let's check it out on trading view. So we have here, yeah, what is it? Yeah, this is on Bybit. So let's first just experience together the crime. Look at this. This is spot on Bidget, and we overshoot on like what, 46. This is the first squeeze. It was like 46 on spot, and on a perps it was like, I don't know, like 16, 17. Ridiculous. I don't know, why is it listed, but never mind. We will just trade a scam. So the trade I have taken, sorry, not this one, was this one. I wasn't really sure like how to trade this because it's ridiculous. But when we were arranging here, I realized there is always like 25 to 30% of sell-off every time we hit the resistance. And there's a SR level. And by the definition, when we did this for a third time, yeah, I actually was like, this is pretty sketchy because it can literally continue dumping like it eventually did here. But the funny part I found out is like when we were here, the funding on Bybit was ridiculous. The the shorts were paying like what, 2% every hour, so I couldn't like resist and actually taken a trade. It was like here, on the retest of this week, I entered long, and I actually round trip it. I was stopped out here, but some profit was taken. But I just held it for, I don't know, until it would kick me out. It was like 8 9 hours, and the profit was good because funding 2% every hour, so it was literally just try to carry the funding, be just the opposite side, and then it just bled out. But yeah, so when you're considering like longing those scams, I would just look at for patterns like this I discussed, as we discussed. And also you have here like simple SR. And why would you like aim here short? You have like what, 30% correction, and you would short here when the funding is like at 2%. You're on a SR by the definition. This is like highly probable trade. It's quite hard to size this up, but you can definitely like uh, you know at least try to like at the middle size it up, something like that. But yeah, so this was the trade I have taken. And right now I'm just watching out for this coin because we could see like some pretty crazy squeeze. When we check out the budget, you can see that on a budget. What is it? This is like 25. This is like 20. The premium on spot and budget is ridiculous. So be safe there, boys, because I mean this could get ugly. But yeah, thanks for watching, and have a good one.